I hope everyone sees my screen first. I'm sure you do. Okay, we are going to start. So hello everyone. I'm very happy to be with you today. I hope you are all safe at home, as we all are right now. I am Vincent Merlino. I am in charge of leading the transformation initiative at Dassault Systèmes, which is called the Business Experiences. And I am today with Max. I prepared this dashboard for you. Max Berre, who is the Online Industry Business Consultant Director. And so today, together, we are going to have a good discussion, a good story to tell, because we are going to show you how any company can continue working during this kind of crisis. So you have to know before that, this webinar will be recorded, so you'll be able to review it later on. And I encourage you to use the chat box in order to ask questions, and because we have some time at the end to answer your questions. So we are going to do. I'm going to take the next 15 minutes to tell you the story of this company who is facing the crisis and who is still working remotely with all these business stakeholders. And then, of course, we are going to show you live on the 3D Experience platform on the cloud the key capability. And here is my friend Max who will hand over. And so it should take like 20 minutes. And in the end, we'll have several 10 minutes to answer your question. Okay, so I hope you all see my screen here. I prepared you. Actually, it's a live dashboard from 3D Experience platform on the cloud. And so I prepared this to show you first at the left, our webinar, the key information. On the center, you have anytime you will see the different 6 steps I will show you today in my story. And my story is recorded here on the right side. So I'm going to start. Today I'm going to tell a story of this company called Oxos, which is a company who does not exist. But it's a typical company with working remotely, delivering product, of course, and services. But I'm sure you know very well Dassault Systèmes, for design and engineering and manufacturing solution. But perhaps you know less Dassault Systèmes for what we can provide for the enterprise. And you will see that in this story that I'm very proud to tell to Oxos CEO. I'm proud to say him, or any decision maker or engineer in this group. And dear Mr. CEO, your company can still run and be even more efficient from marketing to R&D up to sales and also HR, thanks to our 3D Experience platform and the business experiences we can deliver on the cloud. And because today you, Mr. CEO, you have many challenges to face. You need to react very quickly in order to inform people remotely, to connect to all the business stakeholders, to all the departments. And most importantly, you need to keep the human relationships, which are quite, I would say, challenged in this kind of crisis. And so the first thing you can do, and this is what I'm showing here on the video. And we created online communities in for different offices and geographies and countries. And you see that here with our application called 3D Swim, which is our online communities, we can inform every people in any geographies of the different, I would say, recommendation to sharing documents, to sharing information. Anyone can react. And for example, we can use our ideation pipeline and our communities in order to have every day a status on any country. So this is managed by HR to inform people. And so people are much more confident in the way they are managing the crisis. What I just showed is part of a role, very important role for us, which is a collaborative business innovator, which is a core role, core capability of the 3D Experience platform. And this role actually embed a lot of application. And in this application, you have 3D Swim, what I just showed, and also a 3D dashboard we will show later. Of course, Mr. CEO, in your company, you have several people working on market analysis, operations, and We love to have to read articles on the web, to send emails to our colleagues. But I mean, at the time you are sending an email, it's already obsolete, it's already lost. Because I mean, you have so many emails. What we manage here is that the marketing team created a dashboard to monitor what's happening on the web around COVID. Okay, and for example, they are monitoring the key events, the key activity related to their business, and anytime they can do analysis. So what is said, what are the sentiment analysis of people, how many articles do we have with this topic and my company, for example. And here, the marketing specialist noticed that one event, and actually it was a very important event for Oxos, will be cancelled. And of course, there are many events cancelled these days. And so instead of sending an email, he just creates a post, publish to 3D Swim, create a post from this article to start a conversation on the cloud platform. And of course, he's sending it to the sales manager, because the sales manager was supposed to have a meeting with his customer at the event, but unfortunately he will have to do it, of course, remotely. And so here, just to mention the role to do it, because you will show it later on, but it's called Social Business Analyst from NetVibes, and it contains a lot of great applications that we will detail later on. So we inform our sales guy the event is cancelled, and now the sales guy say, okay, I won't go to my event to discuss with my customer, but instead of it, I will just engage him online, thanks to our online communities and online 3D experience platform, in order to continue collaboration and to continue engaging this customer with this platform. So you see here that he's creating a post in order to invite him. You can invite anyone, anytime, just with an email address to his community. I mean, from inside, outside the company, in different say, geographies. And so he continue engaging his customer even if the event is cancelled. Then, of course, I mean, many plans are changing, and potentially R&D is challenged also, because the R&D product roadmap is quite challenged. And here, perhaps you know already this great application called Enovia Project Planner. This is our last release of the cloud version, and very quickly he can change his schedule or her schedule in order to reorder the sequence of tasks to quickly react to the crisis. And here also in the second part of this webinar, you will see more detail this application. And now, okay, we just saw several roles, several departments, HR, R&D, marketing, sales, reacting to the crisis. But it's important for us to keep in mind that, I mean, our platform is for any people, it's inclusive, it's for any employee inside the company. And among all the applications we provide in the collaborative business innovator role, I'm pleased to show you here one key application, which is called 3D Sketch, which will be available very soon on the cloud, which enable actually any employee, so not only designers, because today, I mean, the sketching in 3D, the 3D modeling is today much more oriented for experts, but at Dassault Systèmes, we believe that it's important for any people to be able to sketch his or her ideas in 3D. And here, for example, you see, I don't know, one sales guy who is actually drawing an idea in 3D on his tablet, and then he can very easily, at the end of the sketch, he can share his work on the platform, again, to trigger a discussion around, for example, this can be a new idea for a booth, for a stand, to be able to do the next event after the crisis, I would say. And then this sketch is transformed into a discussion in the communities in order to continue forward this idea. It can be an idea of a new product. It can be an idea of I don't know, a new service, anything, which will be later on either transformed into a real engineering product to be pushed to engineering, but perhaps only to transform into an idea of a new, which can be later on transformed into a requirement, anything. So you see that any employee, anytime, can share, express his or her feelings in 3D. So again, this is called 3D Sketch, and it will be available in several months from today on the cloud. Again, Oxos also it needs to be innovative, okay, and Oxos wants to be really ready after the crisis. And so I'm sure you all did, I mean, several brainstorming activity, design thinking activities in any department, because this activity is for everyone. And here, what they are going to do is that these employees are going to be able to create a whiteboard like this, where, for example, they will think about the future of the company. So what Oxos will do after the crisis. And so here, they are creating a live and online whiteboard, and we'll launch the video. Okay, just let me find the full screen mode. Okay. In order to express several ideas on post-it notes, on virtual post-it notes. For example, here I'm writing on my tablet again online sales engagement. So I will drag and drop this post-it to express what I want, and then remotely and at the same time, and you will see I will assign people very quickly and people which are on the platform to 1 or 2 post-it notes. And then my colleague Charles Talop, who is online also, he just saw that on the same dashboard and at the same time, he can also himself share his ideas. So you see that we can manage, I mean, design thinking and brainstorming session very easily on the cloud. And of course, this discussion is followed later on. So this is a real divergence, I would say, brainstorming session, and because we are going to generate many post-it notes and so on. So it's really unstructured collaboration. But of course, I mean, we are, of course, very oriented around, I would say, structured collaboration also. And by the way, the platform enables both in order to then transform this brainstorming session into tangible ideas that we manage here. You see on the platform. So we manage an ideas funnel, and the 3 ideas which were generated, like online talent acquisition, continuous sales engagement online, fully virtual events, the 3 ideas are going to be capitalized on the platform. So you move from post-it notes to a real model, to a real data on the platform, which later on can be matured, discussed, and perhaps in the end transformed into a new initiative, a new requirement, a new product. And so this application, it will be available also several weeks from now, and it will be available on the cloud. Let me check. I have some chat here. Okay. So from unstructured collaboration to structured collaboration for any employees. And then, of course, I finished the pitch to the CEO of Oxos, because the CEO is really concerned about the health of the company and the business KPIs. And I mean, you know, I think already the application called 3D Dashboard, which enables any people, and it's not only for CEO or decision makers, any people to be able to monitor, to organize web page like this, which are real time, which are taking information from different databases, from the platform, from outside of the platform. And here, for example, the CEO of Oxos is monitoring key numbers like sales results, comparing different sources of information, mapping on a globe like this, and also is monitoring the different project execution status. So he can do a lot of things to ensure that his company is going well, and that I mean, employees are in a good health situation and in a good shape. So that's for my for the first part of the demonstration. So you see that we just showed a lot of application, a lot of value. We connect all the business stakeholders thanks to mainly collaborative business innovator role, which is the core entry ticket, I would say, for the platform. You imagine you have many other applications that you can add, but at least you can almost run the whole company with this role. So I will send the ball to my friend Max for the live demonstration, and please keep your question and don't hesitate to start writing it for the end so we can answer your question in the end. Max, are you online?
Yes, sir, I am.
Great.
Let me put my screen up, and I hope everybody can see it. My name is Max, and I will give you a live presentation from 3DEXPERIENCE Cloud application right now. I'm working from my home office, so I have limited bandwidth, but I hope it all will go smooth. And I'm going to pick up on what Vincent just presented and basically present you a mock-up dashboard inspired by our own internal Dassault Systems tracking of the COVID-19 as of now. What you see on screen right now is 3D dashboard application. And 3D dashboard is consuming information from other services of the platform, in this case from 3D Swim, to basically make them consumable and, let's say, easy manageable and enable us to connect the dots between different sources that we have. So on the left side here, you see a widget where I pinned a 3D Swim community where we track the global security and safety. And on the right side, you see Project Planner, which I'm going to use to connect the dots together in a later step of this presentation. In this ideas funnel, what you basically see is different geographies and different countries and their current status in accordance to the risk of coronavirus or COVID-19. So we are basically using these communities, get the local updates from the local geos in these ideas and basically a status illustrated for all the employees. Of course, having 7 or 8 in here is easy, but enabling W6 tagging, you're also able, of course, to define filters and tags to basically drill down to the information that is most relevant for Oxus. So we have all that capability to filter down to all the information that you need. In this case, we will quickly drill down into Asia, where we, as of today, do not have data on the status, but we just received data that we are now in a low-risk environment. So I can basically just tag the right people and change the status to say, well, we have low risk here. And I can ask to basically do the update to the employees locally. This community will automatically take care of the information to all the people globally. So here we can easily change the update of the idea and basically move that in the funnel. To be able to, let's say, route that information on a more structured side of things, of course, we are able to basically take a simple Kanban style task tracking from Project Planner and connect the dots together and say, hey, this idea, okay, this is going to go there. And we save it, and we basically are able to connect the dots here between the unstructured collaboration where I just moved Singapore into a low-risk area and the structured collaboration where I will take care of that task and basically move it in progress. From here, I will go into another dashboard tab where I could take care of the assignment and a bit more of project management and really go a bit into more structured collaboration. So the task I just edited on the other side is exactly the same like it is here. So it's really basically showing the same information, just the different views. For example, in a more dashboard style view, in the familiar Gantt chart, or again, in the Kanban style simple task management that you saw. To assign it to the HR department, I got a search down here, which basically gives me HR responsible. And from here, I'm easily able to assign these folks to the tasks that are in progress, and they will automatically get the notification that this task has been assigned to them. And we are able to, in real time, collaborate on these things together. However, we are not only tracking the COVID status right now, we also want to, let's say, get on a roadmap on how to open back up our businesses. So in the application, I can use the already provided template to basically enable a rollout plan from the HR department to everyone. So let's say we do this here for Eurocentral. In this case, it would be Germany. So I will just do a Eurocentral project, and I say here, back to business planning, and be able to create this project, or a sub-project, to be honest, right here. I can put some pictures in here to make it more visible and create that. So what you see here is a nested project structure that is live created in the system. And the key difference between your offline MS project is that this project here is fed by everybody who is in the company, because you get live web-based access. Of course, we can create any type of cross-project dependencies if we need to. You can basically just drag and drop and define milestones, dependencies. You know all these things about finished start, start, finish condition. All these capabilities exist and are easily accessible over web. As the next step, I will quickly take a look into my COVID task force meeting, and basically are able to use web nodes to update the meetings we had over the last time, and basically say here, work on improvements, update of the geo-specific planning, and keep track of what I want to share with the people. Last but not least, I will quickly go into a dashboard for Eurocentral specifically. So in Eurocentral, we are sharing with Business Innovator License based on 3D Drive also some flat files. So for example, here we get some health and safety recommendation. So let's take a look at them. Open them up. And quickly visualize, okay, this is what we hand out to our people in the offices to ensure safety and to remain social distance. But we can also use 3D Drive not only to exchange flat files, but also to go from flat files in 2D to sharing simple 3D files to ensure idealization, for example, enabled by 3D Play, our web-based 3D viewer on 3D geometry. Let's quickly, sorry, I was too fast. Just remove that widget. So what you see here, for example, is a simple 3D model that could come from different types of application, doesn't have to be native Dassault Systems tools. And we can use that and again, collaborate in 3D to, for example, mark out locations where we ensure that people can get personal protection equipment, disinfectants, masks handed out for guests, these type of things. And again, use the social collaboration to share them with the communities that are impacted by this one. So in that case, I would share it as a new idea in the COVID community to say PPE handout location proposal. And we can use that to basically get ideas from everybody and really do collective social innovation here to make the best out of that situation. So this is the first draft, first idea for PPE deposits. Okay, and I can share that immediately. So what you have here is a real simple way of sharing 2D, 3D information to really the broader community above and beyond just pure engineering. This is really a way to address all the people within the company and unlock this information to everybody. Okay, it will still take a few seconds until that is published. And then I will quickly start to create another question for Vincent that I can hand it over to Vincent. What I would like to understand, Vincent, is how we can encourage more people to get notified and to notify others about something. So what about some automatic notifications?
Yeah.
And what I have in mind here is that, what do you think about we use potions to basically automatically pitch information based on email or other incoming medias, or maybe posts or social information, to notifications to enable the proper action. So let me post that to you, and then I would hand the screen back to you.
Sure, thanks, Max. So we are going to switch screens. Perhaps you need to mention me in the question. Okay.
Absolutely.
And actually, I mean, it's a good transition with what I will show right now. I don't know if you see my screen. It's still the one from Max. Yeah. So if you see my screen right now, can you confirm it, Max?
Absolutely, I see it.
So by the way, you just, I mean, at the moment you just, I mean, shared this question to me, my notification center was updated with exactly this. And I mean, clicking directly on this, I can access directly to the community in order to get your question and answer. And I will say, I will show you live right now. Some typos. And actually, the notification center is very powerful. It's today, I mean, honestly, I use it every day because it's not only a notification center you have on the communities, but it's a notification center for all the application you have on the platform. So either it is from a project you are notified, from a new command, from a new document which are uploaded on 3D Drive that Max showed. So it's really powerful. You are part of a new community, so you are connected to all your stakeholders regarding thanks to the notification. And so I will answer your question, of course, in the end actually of this demonstration, because the answer will be the NetVibes potion. Just before going around, I mean, on the potion, here I just deep dive quickly on what I showed at the beginning of the demonstration, which was the NetVibes market analysis. And I really like NetVibes because it's so powerful in order to monitor one topic. So I use it for any of my activities when I mean I need to monitor competitive activity, I need to monitor analyst report, I need to monitor new topic, and our customer use it for, I mean, monitoring new trends on different, I would say, I don't know, for IoT, for smart car, autonomous vehicle, and so on. And so here, the analysis we did is based on a corpus, which is a list of website, very precise sources you want to monitor. And once you build this corpus, which is actually the major part of the work, then NetVibes automatically, I mean, filter article based on keywords. So here you see it's quite simple query on COVID or coronavirus or COVID-19, but you can add Boolean operation, which can be very, very accurate in order to drill down to the right 3 or 5 articles you want. Actually, let's say 50, and then anytime you can yourself click on an article and bookmark it. And so you put an opinion, it's a positive or negative, and then you can also filter on the only tagged article. For in the end, you have the 3 top weekly articles that you will share to a community to have a recurrent, I would say, communication on one topic, which is really useful if you do market analysis. And here you see that for any article, and again, I always compare to the email, but here an email, I mean, today I don't send any more email to share article. I create from the dashboard a blog post into 3D Stream. And then, because then I can share it to Max, and then I engage discussion with Max or Gauthier or Ekaterina in order to continue discussion and perhaps someday transform it into an idea. Then, of course, you can do many type of analysis. You can monitor, for example, the popularity of a player. You can also see analyze the sentiment analysis, because sentiment analysis is it's scrolling down articles related to their positive or negative or neutral aspect. And then also, for example, you do keyword analysis. So we see that here we talk a lot about United States of America when we talk about COVID. And then, so I'm going back to the question from Max, which is how can I automate actions? And one way to do it in our business platform is to use to create what we call potions. And potions is it's like you have some ingredients, so you can have one or two or three different or even more ingredients. And you see, so for example, here I triggered an action for anyone who is sending, for example, one email to this address. I create a post on 3D Swim to inform, for example, that there is a danger in this country for coronavirus. Or I can also add another output for this potion. It could be, I want to be warm on my cell phone. So for example, send whenever one incident is detected in your central, send an email. Send an email to I don't know, an external agency, or create a post in the platform, or send an SMS to the HR leader of Eurocentral who will be informed. And then you can imagine to have many other potions because you see the ingredient and it will increase more and more. We can trigger action in the platform, outside the platform, and so on. I think we are almost done for this webinar. Let me go back to the homepage. So we were very pleased to have this discussion with you. Just to summarize a little bit what we presented, so everything was done live on the cloud 3D experience platform, which is available for everyone. And you will take a look at also the special condition we put in order to have it accessible. For any company. We saw several things. We saw that, of course, it's a platform to communicate with an unstructured or structured way. It's also a platform to transform insight into actions. And you saw an example from what I just demonstrated with NetVibes. Take an article, don't just send it by email, but start a discussion and perhaps an idea later on, a requirement later on. But it's stored, it's part of the company IP because you can search for it, you can retrieve it very easily. You can engage, of course, with customer. And as I said, so the cloud platform enables just by an email address to invite anyone in your platform, any partner, any supplier from your value network. It's a platform to manage and collaborate projects, as you saw, with a very easy to use project management application. It's a platform to ideate, to brainstorm online, and it's also a platform to monitor any kind of relevant business KPI, which is actually the more essential part to have companies happy and healthy, and people also engaged in the company strategy. So I think we are going to close the webinar. Just waiting for several questions, but I think the question will be also. Let me take a look quickly. It's very small. I don't know, Max, if you see the questions.
Yes, I do. We already answered some of them over chat, but we can go through some of them. So let me go through a few of them. So we had the question if that system is already implemented in some hospitals. I wanted to state here that we only have a few reference customers that I can name, so there is no hospital as a reference customer I can name as of today. What I can tell you is that the 3D Experience platform was massively used for the ad hoc hospital that has been built up in China to fight the COVID, to simulate air-conditioned virus transmission. You can find the let's say dumbed-down simulation results on the internet, as well as the comments from Bernard Chalès about it. We have a question if we can connect to an RFID and barcode systems. In general, there are several systems out there, either for RFID, barcode, QR code, or any type of tracking mechanism. We do not provide them natively in the platform. What we do provide an exhaustive list of REST API web services that you can use to connect either to these things to basically transmit the data within the platform, or you can use simple HTML5 and a widget to basically make it accessible through the dashboard, directly linking your source system in the background. Okay. What else do we have in terms of question?
I think we have questions related to availability, Max.
Yes, so what you saw on screen today, in my part of the presentation, was live on the current production environment, which was just updated to 21x over the last weekend. What you showed, especially the 3D sketching as well as the Delmi Aline for the collaboration, is going to be available with the next cloud upgrade that's going to take place, I think, within the next
months.
No. Yeah, I think it's June. I think it's not in May, but it's going to happen in June.
Okay. And I see we have a question related to customers. I mean, which kind of company are using it, and which kind of customer typology are using this cloud platform?
In terms of customer typology, we currently have very small to very large customers on the cloud. We have a user spectrum between 1 and 2,300 users per customer. So it really covers all the areas. We got them in most of the industries. For sure, we got some in healthcare. We are basically, let's say, having most of our customers in the small to medium, so about 20 to 100 users. This is basically the broadest masses of our cloud customers as of today.
I see a question I can answer, quickly about, can you build 3D models straight in the website, or you need to download other program as well? So of course, 3D for us is very key, and either the model is coming from our application, which can, as you see, it can be available for anyone with what I showed collaborative business innovator, but also the other roles we have for design, which are of course CATIA and SolidWorks and other things. But it can also come from our legacy application, CATIA V5, and there are other webinars, for example, to show how we can manage data from SolidWorks and CATIA V5. But we can also connect to other data and from other vendors. So of course, yeah.
Let me share one more highlight here. Of course, on the cloud, we got our X applications, CATIA X Design, SolidWorks X Design, and CATIA X Generative Design that also allow you to do web-based design without any download directly from your tablet. Of course, these applications are cloud only, but they're already available today, and I would highly encourage that you take a look on YouTube and check, for example, X Generative Design, and see what you can do on the web without any downloads.
Sure, it's a good to mention, Max. So I think, we have many questions and we won't have time to answer every question. The thing we will do is, of course, we'll answer it later on by email because we have all the email of the participants. And thanks a lot for this discussion. And we are more than willing to connect directly, to have a phone call together, a remote session together, and to engage, of course, on our community online. And so thanks a lot for your attention, and looking forward to discuss with you very soon. Perhaps Max, you want to close quickly?
I would also like to thank you guys for your participation. This really means a lot to me that we are able to basically work all together to help you guys through this, and I hope you guys all stay safe, stay home, and help to flatten the curve.
Thank you. Bye-bye.